Hello everyone. Today's Ronjiru short video is not about Japan. It's about life and death. Because a close personal friend of mine has unfortunately ended his life. He was an enthusiastic and curious fellow. He was ecstatic when he got married many years ago, and so I wrote a poem celebrating his marriage, which I read out at his wedding to tears of joy. But this time I find myself writing him a new poem, and there is no joy in the tears shed for this piece of writing. I tried to write it about him, about the things that made him feel so trapped that he chose to leave before his time. He is the fool, but in a Shakespearean sense, someone who questioned the things that normally go unquestioned and said the things we're all too afraid to say. It is a dark poem, but I know he'd like it and approve. So here goes, my poem to my dead friend, called The Fool. Nothing's quite like what it seems. It's not a world of hopes and dreams, but more a world of fear and pain, and hopeless effort to stay sane. The world is not like how it's sold, for fortune favors not the bold, but rather those who take and blame, and know the way to play the game. I know a fool, and know him well, who looks for heaven, but finds hell. His foolish mind still seeks the cause of why the world shuns nature's laws. He wonders why the busy win, while never being genuine. Yet liars, cheats, and scoundrel kings seem always master of all things. He cannot get why greed and stealth accumulate all kinds of wealth, and business talk and money lust win all and then leave in the dust those honest folk who all are stuck when trying just to make a buck, or make ends meet to feed their young, and maybe boost them up a rung. He thinks it may be all a ruse, whose aim and goal is to confuse the eyes of those who still believe a good day's work can still achieve enough return to have a wife and maybe have a decent life. Those days ended long ago, but when it was, he doesn't know. The fool's mind is also mixed by modern global politics. Despite attempts, he cannot see what reason there could ever be for certain nations to assert their so-called right and goal to hurt the people of another land and kill their babies in the sand. Or why the world of sovereign nations yielded to corporations, which have brought as their result commerce as the major cult. Buy, consume, acquire more, or get your ass outside the door. Non-believers, go away. We've got cash to make today. At a loss and much distraught, the foolish fool has always thought the worst kind of psychology is dogma ideology. No matter what the books one reads, we should be judged just by our deeds. He always thought that love should rule. But then again, he is a fool. The one thing I can say I know is that his heart broke long ago. The wishful fool who tried so hard to find his path among the guard of everyday banality and artificiality. He couldn't find a single role that didn't sacrifice his soul. And so his mind is broken too. A million pieces scattered through his muddled thoughts and shattered world, his heart amiss, his body curled in mortal terror, fear, and rage, and hopeless hope while in his cage. Tomorrow will be like today. The fool cries his nights away. Nothing's quite what it appears, and no one sees the fool's tears. And so he thinks with bated breath of God and man and life and death. The world is not like how it's sold. It's excrement on top of gold. The secret is to find that vein and know that not all of it's pain. I miss you, buddy. Rest in peace, mate. And to everyone who watches or listens to this, know that there is a piece of the universe that is exactly your shape and size, and without that piece, the universe is incomplete, and the rest of us cry. Find the gold. From Ronjiro, Japan, I've been JT. Love and socially distant hugs to all of you. Take care, everyone.